We're just a few moments away from the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, Joey Eagle. Some strong words there by Joe Eagle. Do you think he's grown soft? We're about to find out, because you're not going to be able to be soft in the main event. Six-pack challenge, ladies and gentlemen. And here is the 6 participants getting ready for their matchup. Who will win? Who will become the next MPWF World Heavyweight Champion?
Fast lane through a hurricane, open road and I'm ready to roll. Put the pedal down right away.
Can I just say one thing? What the fuck was Angel Blade? If you know, please tell me. But nonetheless, here we go. Let's kick off this main event. And making his way to the ring first here, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than Lamar James Jackson. And as a wrestler, Lamar James Jackson has improved immensely. I mean, he trains with the Minnesota State Wrestling Team. I was about to say Michigan State Wrestling Team. He trains with the Minnesota State Wrestling Team to work on his wrestling ability. Lamar James Jackson, a former United States champion here in the MPWF, will have to go that step further and become the world champion. Tonight could be the night for the Gangstar. Will it be Lamar James Jackson's night? We'll find out.
I got it on my back. Niggas say that we lost it, so
And a year ago to this day, if you were ever going to tell me that Joe Eagle would receive a reaction like that, I would have told you were stupid and to go back to school. Joe Eagle has grown on the crowd, has grown on the MPWF fan base. The MPWF fan base absolutely loves Joe Eagle. I mean, the wrestlers and some of the people backstage have been questioning whether or not Joe Eagle has gotten soft. Said at Wrestlemania, Joe Eagle competed in the YouTube Championship matchup against Lethal Mathematics. Joe Eagle, a former World Heavyweight Champion, lost to Mathematics at Wrestlemania and then shook his hand after the match out of respect. To me, that's Joe Eagle maturing as a person. To others, well, it's just not like Joe Eagle. They don't see it happening. And Joe Eagle told everyone else, I haven't grown soft whatsoever. You leave me alone, you let me do my business. I'm Joe Eagle, I'm in this matchup tonight, I'm going to become the world's heavyweight champion, and the rest of you can all suck it. The Joe Eagle here tonight knows what's on the line, he knows what's at stake. Joe Eagle has been here many times before. Joe Eagle has been in many situations, more than anybody has on this MPWF roster. So if anybody knows how to deal with the pressure heading into this matchup, it is that man right there. It is this challenger. It is Joe Eagle. And here comes another superstar who had a great night at MPWF Wrestlemania. Ladies and gentlemen, this is MPWF's Mr. Money in the Bank tendencies, and a huge opportunity here for this guy tonight. He, to me, is the dark horse to win this matchup. If Tendencies wins this match tonight, he will be the first ever person to be a world champion and have Money in the Bank at the same time. Tendencies already explained exactly what he's going to do if he wins this matchup. If Tendencies becomes the world champion tonight, he's going to cash his Money in the Bank on Craig David and carry both championships. I mean, that will create a huge dilemma here in the MPWF. Would he be a War superstar or an Annihilation superstar? And when he suffers both brands, that's a huge dynamic that can change the face of the new MPWF in 2011. Said And again, this crowd cheering tendencies here. This crowd here at the Resurrection is so unorthodox. I have no idea what's going on. But all I know is that this is going to be a great matchup, ladies and gentlemen.
Ready to die. We're born ready.
And ladies and gentlemen, here comes Angel Blade. Angel Blade, I'd just like to say, ladies and gentlemen, that this might not be his entrance or his theme music for long, so don't get used to it. But back to the Angel Blade here tonight. Angel Blade, he spent the better last half of 2010 in hell, and he came back from hell. He put Systematic Carnage back in hell, and Angel Blade has become the harbinger of souls. Angel Blade, formerly known as Sean Sugar Shane Stevens, said this is his dream to become the world champion, and maybe he can live that dream here tonight. What a return it was for him at Wrestlemania. Can he continue with that momentum and become the next world heavyweight champion? And if he does, maybe he won't be in white places again like he was earlier. And again, with the crowd reaction, the crowd loves everyone in this matchup. The crowd is ready and pumped to see this World Heavyweight Championship. They cannot wait. They are cheering Bryan Adams. Ladies and gentlemen, might I just tell you, at Wrestlemania, Bryan Adams assaulted Tendencies and said that he deserved to be Mr. Money in the Bank. Earlier tonight, Tendencies told Bryan Adams that he better watch out. Tendencies is coming for him. So I mean, this is an inner war in this World Heavyweight Championship matchup. Bryan Adams, the most improved superstar of 2010. Bryan Adams was practically a part of the Job Squad, Michelle's boys. He is now in a World Heavyweight Championship matchup. Can tonight be the night for Bryan Adams? Could Bryan Adams go on here tonight at the Resurrection and become the World Heavyweight Champion, and become the flagship bearer of the MPWF WAR brand? Anything can happen here in the MPWF. And I said, this crowd here at the Resurrection, with the ovation they are giving Bryan Adams, it looks like they want to see this man become the World Heavyweight Champion. And finally some boos here by the fans, and I'm not surprised at this one. The unwanted shadow Helios Christ, the main event of WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell versus Jason Rage. Many people thought that Jason Rage was finally gonna get retribution on Helios Christ, but Helios Christ wanted that retribution more. 9 years of pent-up rage Helios Christ has embroiled inside of his body, and finally at WrestleMania he was able to do what he wanted to do, and it was end the career of Jason Rage. Helios Christ chokeslammed Jason Rage from the top of the cell through the German announce table, pretty much putting Jason Rage in paralysis. Jason Rage is not here and will not be in the MPWF anytime soon. This man is a sick bastard, is Helios Christ. Helios Christ has no remorse. Helios Christ has not an inch of soul in his body. And tonight, Helios Christ could become the world's heavyweight champion. Tonight, Helios Christ could become the leader of the MPWF WAR brand. All I've got to say is that if Helios Christ becomes a world champion, maybe the WAR brand will be left in nothing but shambles. We had to deal with the cabinet for the better part of 2010. But what about this man, Helios Christ? There's not a nice bone in this man's body. Helios Christ would absolutely dominate the MPWF WAR roster. So this crowd is showing exactly what they think of Helios Christ. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be heading for a break. You've seen the entrances, you've heard the backstories, and when the bell sounds, it's going to be the World Heavyweight Championship matchup. Stay tuned for the Resurrection.